right, let's bring our next storyteller up to the stage. Please welcome Tim Manley.
In January of 2008, I started teaching 11th and 12th grade English at a public school here in the city. I was 22 when I started, but I looked like I was 15. The kids were 17, but they looked like they were 35. They did not believe I could possibly be their English teacher, but they liked that my name was Mr. Manley. The first day of the school year, I wake up before dawn and I put on my favorite green tie, which I had pre-knotted the night before. I get to school extra early so that I can carefully arrange my handouts at the front of the room and pretend I am not about to have a panic attack. Nora Jones was playing quietly in the background. Then the kids came in and everything just exploded. There were 15 kids over here at this table. On the other side of the room, completely alone, was one guy in a dragon t-shirt. Nobody brought a pen. There were 2 girls making out in the doorway. I was like, listen, I support you guys, but not here. Then my principal comes in and he's like, I'm just going to sit in and observe this lesson. And I'm like, that seems like something that would happen in my life at this moment. I survived my first week bravely, and then on Friday at 6 p.m. the copy machine breaks down on me and I burst into tears and call my mom. This is basically how the first few months of teaching go. I'm standing in front of the classroom and I'm like, don't panic, Mr. Manley. This is a safe space. Then the principal walks in and he just frowns at me. And he used to be a drummer in a punk band, so he's like a big guy with full-length sleeve tattoos. His face is like perpetually red and sweaty. So this isn't just your like run-of-the-mill frown. This guy's like a professional frowner. And every time he comes in the room, I just get so scared and I just wither right in front of my students. And then I come home one Friday and I got an email from a friend of mine from grad school, and she's saying she got an interview at my school for an 11th and 12th grade English teacher position. And I am like, that is so great. The kids are wonderful. Wait. I didn't tell her that it was probably my job that she was applying for because I didn't have enough respect for myself to tell her. Instead, I helped her prepare for the interview. I know. Did I mention to you guys that I grew up Catholic? I feel like it's very relevant right now. I get to school on Monday, and the principal confirms to me, yes, they're thinking about someone else for my job, but, they don't know. And I'm just so ashamed, and I'm avoiding my colleagues in the hallway because I know that everybody knows. At lunch, I don't go out. I just sit in my room and eat Luna bars. I know they're for women, but I'm anemic, so I need the iron. And my students come back from lunch, and I'm just like, I love these kids so much. Look, there's the 2 girls making out in the doorway again. Why can't I be as confident as they clearly are? But then I think to myself, like, I used to be that confident. When I was 17, I used to do stand-up comedy all the time. I grew up on Long Island, and I would go to the comedy club behind the McDonald's across the street from the airport. Very classy place. Every day I was going to be in a show, I was so nervous the whole day I couldn't eat. And I'd get there, the host was this firefighter named Billy Bingo. All of his jokes were about the length of his hose. I'd get on stage looking like a member of Weezer. All my jokes were about getting beat up by girls. It was the craziest thing in the world, but I did it. And all I wanted at 22 was to be able to get back that part of me that could act like I was fearless even while I was terrified. And the next day I get to school, and one of my students tells me there's going to be a teacher talent show coming up. I'm serious, and without even thinking, I just go, yeah, I'll do stand-up comedy in it. And I am terrified, but I'm also like excited. And we're doing transcendentalism in our class, and I start standing on top of tables and shouting quotes from Thoreau. And then I start hiding Walt Whitman poems all over the school so the students will find them. And the night of the teacher talent show comes, and I'm standing backstage, and I'm like, I think I can do this. And then I get a phone call from my friend from grad school. And she says she got offered the job. And the voice in my head is just like, this is the proof I've been looking for. All of my fears about myself are correct. I am a failure. But then I think, what would 17-year-old Tim do besides stay at home on a Friday and play Pokemon? And I get on stage, and I start talking about when I was in high school, how I was the kid who had not one but 2 t-shirts of the genie from Aladdin. And how I was also known for my very realistic kitten meow. I talk about how I'm the epitome of masculinity. And then I guess I started getting like actually fearless, because then I went, yeah, I got this teaching job by beating the principal in a street fight. And then I went, are you here right now? And from the back of the room, I heard, standing right here. And I went, well, I'll see you after the show, because I'm not done with you yet. And as I walk off the stage, the whole auditorium starts chanting, Manley, Manley, Manley. And I felt just as uncomfortable then as I do now. And all the 10th graders run up to the principal and they tell him they're so excited to be my class in the fall. And on Monday, he shakes my hand and he says, I got my job back. I had overcome my fears by using myself as inspiration. I became my own spirit animal. Thank you.